Greetings and happy April, Girl Scouts. I'm Chris Anderson. I am one of the staff team at Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan, and I'm sure you know that April is the first full month of spring. It is just filled with special days that remind us to get out and spend some time outdoors. So now about those special days in April. You probably already know about Earth Day, which happens on April 22nd. Now a little side note, April 22nd is also National Girl Scout Leaders Day. So make sure you thank your Girl Scout troop leaders for all the time they've shared with you and all the fun you've had with them in Girl Scouting. Another special day in April you may be familiar with is Arbor Day. That's a day set aside to help clean our air, protect our drinking water, and create healthy communities by planting a tree. This year, Arbor Day is on April 30th. Now, some April days you might not know about include National Dolphin Day. That's on April 14th. And there's International Bat Appreciation Day, and that falls on April 17th. National Peace Rose Day is on April 29th. And National Help a Horse Day is on April 26th. This might actually be a good day to take a look at this year's camp brochure and see about the days and times available for learning more about horse care right at GSHOM's own Camp Linden. Now, besides these lesser-known special days, there are a couple of events in Michigan history that are focused on two things common to the out-of-doors in our state. Now, the first happened on April 28th, 1897, and that was the official recognizing of this little flower as the Michigan state flower. Can you guess what it is? So here's a hint. By the fall, this little flower will be replaced by something very tasty and very good for you. And if you said apple blossom, you are right. A little earlier in April 8th of 1931, actually, this bird was named the official state bird. Now, if you said robin, you're right, but there's a little more to the story. Now, you might have heard the robin referred to as robin redbreast. That's because early settlers in America who named the bird robin were reminded of this bird. And this is the original robin redbreast. This is a European robin, and it's a bird that lives throughout Europe, Western Asia, and parts of North Africa. Now, the bird that we know as robin is, like its European cousin, a variety of thrush. It was named the state bird because after the robin was chosen as a favorite in a Michigan Audubon Society contest to choose a state bird, Michigan's legislature decided to make it official. Legislators called the robin, quote unquote, the best known and best loved of all the birds in the state of Michigan. Now, there have been some attempts to unseat this bird champion. HistoricDetroit.org's Dan Austin noted in 2015 that there's a chickadee lobby, and that's making some pretty loud noise. Austin has said that some of the critiques of the robin have been that the robin is a fair weather friend. It's a snowbird and it doesn't stick around in Michigan. It doesn't stay by your side through those bitter Michigan winters like the chickadee does. However, the argument does go both ways. Some say that the robin is a sign of spring and hope, a sign that proves the state has made it through another winter. Now, another challenger to the robin as state bird has been the Kirtland's Warbler. The warbler was once an critically endangered songbird, but it was actually brought back from the brink of extinction thanks to some cooperative work on the part of state and federal government agencies and some concerned local citizens who were passionate about the preservation of the warbler. In 1974, there were only about 350 birds that could be counted, but as of today, there are well over 4,000 Kirtland's warblers. The Kirtland's Warbler advocates believe that that story is worth celebrating and sharing. Now, besides the robin and the apple blossom, there are a lot of other things that you can probably name that symbolize Michigan. We're going to talk about one more of those to get you started on earning some really cool patches. The activities for earning these patches were developed back in 2007 by Girl Scout Troop number 830. Now, that troop was actually part of one of GSHOM's legacy councils, and those are the councils that merged to form Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan. So the activities and the patches that the troop helped develop became a part of GSHOM's council's own patches, meaning they're exclusive to Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan. The patches include some of the important Michigan symbols like the robin, and symbols that you'll actually learn more about as you earn these council's own patches. Now, besides our Head Start patch earning look at the robin and the apple blossom, we're going to add one more bit of patch earning experience by taking a look at this little flower. This is the Dwarf Lake Iris, and it's the official wildflower of the state of Michigan. And these flowers are usually blue, but you can sometimes find a Dwarf Lake Iris that's white or lilac. And this iris is much smaller than other members of the iris family, and they only grow to be about 6 to 8 inches tall, and their blossoms are only about 1.5 inches to 2 inches across. And it blooms for a very short space of time, just 1 week during the year. Now, to find these flowers out in nature, you'd have to head up pretty far into the lower peninsula, all the way to the tip of the Mitten, and you can also find them along the shoreline of the lower upper peninsula. There are a few spots in Wisconsin and Canada that you can find the Dwarf Lake Iris, but the majority of them do bloom in Michigan. Now, there's biological evidence that this flower once bloomed all the way down toward Chicago on the western side of Michigan and to Detroit on the eastern side of the state. But a big portion of the state's flower habitat has been lost to shoreline development over the years. It's actually now listed as an endangered species, and a number of government and private conservation groups have come together to work to preserve this little flower and its habitat. In fact, some private landowners have actually signed voluntary protection agreements to help preserve this little iris. Now, maybe the iris will inspire you and your Girl Scout troop to take a look at some of the plants and animals in your part of Michigan that could use some support to move them from the endangered or threatened species list. That sounds like a bronze, silver, or gold award project in the making. Now, not all the things that represent our great state of Michigan are official symbols. There are things like Michigan state legends, important industries, the state flag, and the state emblem. You might actually recognize that from the state flag. Now, if you follow these links, you'll get a look at a whole list of activities that you can take part in to earn your Michigan Council Zone patches. And if you have any questions about the patches, you can certainly reach out to our Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan Council shop. Finally, we would love to hear about what you discover on your Michigan journey. So make sure that you share some of your adventures with us on Facebook. Well, thanks for watching today. I hope you had some fun learning a little bit more about Michigan and what you can do to learn a little more.